here's the thing. My favorite story of all time is Pistorius,
Oh yes, yes.
the runner.
Tell who Pistorius is.
Well, you know who Pistorius is.
No, but for the viewers that don't
Who
know.
doesn't know?
Well, the viewers
Everybody
that don't
South
know.
African gentleman.
Well, some viewers don't
he
know.
grew up a kid.
Well, he should tell it to some of the viewers who don't know who Pistorius
Pistorius
is.
He's an Olympic runner who ran with blades. Everyone knows who he is.
Well, I wouldn't say ran with blades.
I didn't ask you what you would say
That's
right
true.
now.
That's,
You're
I
off
mean, no,
the drugs.
that's true. I am off
Okay,
drugs.
listen. What about that Dormer, this guy who killed the cops?
Yeah, explain to the folks.
I don't want to explain anything. If you're going to say that after everything I say, I'm going to leave.
No, I've heard
Because
people
this is
say
the
that.
cheapest thing I've ever been involved
No,
in.
I've heard people say that.
If I didn't love you, I would be so gone now. I can't tell you. But
I've heard people say that.
Here is
Explain
the
to the
thing.
folks who that is.
Dormer.
Dorner, yes, Christopher Dorner.
yeah.
Okay.
Explain to the folks who he
6
was.
feet tall.
He was the African American.
African American
Police
great-looking
officer.
guy. His arms are like this. He can't take a bad picture. Even his mugshot was great. You know, I went to a tennis match in Indian Wells,
Yeah.
and I saw Rafael Nadal play. He's my favorite.
Rafael Nadal. Explain to the folks who Rafael Nadal
Oh my
is.
God. Oh my God.
No, of course, Rafael
Yes,
Nadal.
but-
I'll explain.
okay.
Rafael Nadal is a tennis player, only 26, but seemingly beyond his
player.
prime.
Great player.
Abs like.
Great player. But here's the thing.
You like his abs?
I think that if Kim Kardashian
Yeah,
were to go to Vegas,
yeah.
she could do Carrot Top's act and take things out of her ass. That's what Nadal reminded me of.
That's a pretty solid idea.
Yeah.
Wait, I don't understand that.
I don't either, but
Well,
I'm just
you know,
behind, I
Carrot Top
respect
takes
that
things
idea.
out of a trunk.
Yeah, oh, I see. I
She
see.
could take it out. Am I going to have to explain everything to you?
No, to
You
the
usually
folks,
get-
explain
oh,
who
explain it.
Kim
Oh,
Kardashian
go ahead,
is.
Never mind.
Because I think the joke was predicated on knowing that she has a big ass. Wasn't it?
People don't know that.
Young people don't know.
Everybody knows. Have you seen the pictures of her?
Yeah, 2 weeks ago. He showed them to me.
Your asswipe producer just held up a sign. Let's take a break. Where are we going? We're talking to 6 people. You know, we could get on a bus right now, the 3 of us, and yell out the window and reach more people. A little side thing about that show. I'm going to tell you 2 quick stories, okay?
Mm-hmm.
One, the first Super Dave we ever did, I was on the CN Tower. It's the tallest structure in the
know.
world, and I was going to jump,
Yeah.
but I yelled down, which was 5 miles.
I like that you told the folks what CN Tower was.
Yeah.
So
You
you're
know,
gonna,
you know, this could be your kind of thing. Can I tell you, this reminds me a little bit of Mike Douglas.
really?
And I'm going to tell you the greatest talk show in the history of talk shows
Yeah.
was Mike Douglas.
Mike Douglas.
And his co-host was Sly.
Now people are going to think that's Michael Douglas. You should probably
No,
explain to
Mike
the
Douglas.
folks.
Well, who's watching? Is this in the United States?
Well, I'll explain to the
Yeah,
folks.
no, don't explain everything.
Mike Douglas.
Oh, you
Mike
just
Douglas was
take everything out of it. There's no sense being here.
I'm saying to the folks at home that Mike Douglas was a talk show host, someone in the vein of Merv Griffin. He was a singer.
Call me when you're through, because I forgot what
Because
I
I
was
want to
talking
explain.
about. Okay.
And he had a talk
This
show. It
comes-
was just John Biner and a bunch of Canadian actors.
It's a great show. It went 6 years, the first series in the history of cable.
No, I know. I wasn't saying it as an epithet. I meant I liked it.
Don't use epithet when you don't know what it means. We went over words before this show, and I asked you, do you know what epithet means? You said no. And now you use it.
But let me ask you this, though.
No,
seriously.
let me go on with this story.
Oh, is there a story? Bizarre was a variety show. Adam Eager told me something I didn't know. He said you worked with Red Fox on a variety.
Yeah, I heard that. I'm dying to
I
hear.
produced Red Fox Variety,
You told me he just worked on it.
worked on it.
Well, that's. I mean, according to your
What do you
Wikipedia
think I was, a
page,
stagehand, you douchebag? Worked on it.
not the
Did you
first time
did
I've
you
been called
do your
douchebag
notes?
today. No,
I want
got
you
all my
back on
information
drugs.
from
I'm
Wikipedia.
serious. I want you
I-
back on stuff so you
this
know.
close. I'm gonna do a
No,
shot
I'm
next
sorry.
break.
That's
No,
just-
it's
I'm
true.
just teasing
No,
you.
no,
He's
no.
kidding you. He's kidding.
No, I clearly.
knows I'm
clearly.
But
kidding.
did you have a
Yes.
question?
Yeah, yeah.
2 quick Red Fox stories, okay?
Yeah.
We're meeting at his house.
Red Fox, for those of you who don't know,
Oh my God, oh my God.
was played, of course, most people know him as Sanford and Son. He played Fred Sanford.
Right. Right.
Which was his father's actual name.
Is that right?
You know, if I had steroids, I'd take them right now.
Steroids?
Yes, I would take them right now.
Why would you take
Just so
steroids
my
then?
arms would pump up, I'd get you in a headlock and pop your head.
Oh my goodness gracious!
He's got a point.
I've never heard such a thing.
Well, it's
Said
never on
by
a
a
talk
guest
show
to
before.
a-
A guest
to a
on a
host?
talk show host?
Yeah.
Nothing was said like that to Dick Cavett.
No.
Tell him who Dick Cavett is.
Oh well, Dick
No,
Cavett was-
forget it. It's not worth it. All right, the door's going to open. And there's the
Ah,
pole. There's
that's
the
not
pole.
Oh, wait, that's not.
That's the pole.
Ah.
We should explain to the folks that that was Michael Jackson. the
Let's
late
explain.
Michael
Yeah, explain who Michael Jackson is to the people.
Everyone knows Michael Jackson. What are you retarded?
You know, I would rather do a show with
Look.
I would rather do.
the
I'd
middle of
rather
your
do a
story.
show. I'd rather do a show with a signer. I'm serious, for the deaf.
No, but in the middle of
Oh,
your story.
you told me let's take a break. I'll show you a break.
Let's take a break.
But
huh?
what do we take a break for? This isn't a television show.
Yeah, we
You
got.
don't have sponsors. This is the first time you've been on.
I got sponsors. Where do you get your ideas from? Well, I mean.
Why didn't you answer his question?
What was his question?
Ask him that.
Don't ask that
Make me
again. That
ask
was
that
the
again.
dumbest
Should
god
not-
question I've ever heard.
You just want to know where you got.
Yeah, well, I got to tell you where I got it at Ralph's. That's where I got it.
Any particular routes?
Yes,
or-
no, it's at Beverly Hills Ralph's.
Okay.
Got it in the
On
meat
Bev-
section.
the one on Beverly.
Beverly Drive.
Oh.
Okay.
Well, I guess it does.
That was
relate
sure
to it,
cut
though.
together great, by the way. You got a crack staff. Maybe allow the blind man to do other work, okay, than edit. He should be outside begging for money so we have more money instead of this. Did you see this? Cardboard piece of shit.
Explain to the folks
Explain to
table
what's
is.
going on.
that Super Dave is addressing Daniel Kellison, the producer.
Oh, yes, Daniel Kelson, our trusty producer, who I think's done a great job, personally.
Oh, suck his ass, because you're not coming back unless you do. Okay?
Researchers at Harvard found that 1 in every 10 U.S. deaths is a result of too much salt consumption.
Now, I smoke like a chimney. I'm
You
a
do,
terrible.
really?
I do. I'm a terrible driver. I've dated some women that probably own guns. A lot of things would have to go very, very right for me to die of salt. The only thing I can pray for is that I die of salt and not, begging for mercy. So I think that's nonsense, that people should be afraid of too much salt. Now, I know you eat a lot of salt, though, Norm. We were discussing this earlier. And
You know what it's like? It's like I'm in a drag race car and I just left the line and I'm told that there's something wrong with the motor and I've got to put an emergency brake on at 90 miles an hour, okay? And I'm sliding all over the goddamn track, out of control.
In all
We're talking about
fairness-
All of
news
a
thing.
sudden, we're doing Meet the Press. All the humor's gone. Everything
No,
is gone.
in all
Who
fairness-
gives a shit if you're? Did you show a clip about dying of salt?
But he had all those jokes for it.
they're not
No,
jokes. They're not
there's
jokes.
not jokes. Those aren't jokes.
That he has trouble with other things, and if he had salt, it was, you didn't get that part?
I got some of it.
Entertainment news. This is something you guys both
Get
wanted
to it.
discuss. Let's roll the clip.
Oh, not another one.
Oh yeah,
There's
you know
no
what? There is no
clip.
clip. We have.
He said, "Let's roll the
picture.
clip," and it's a picture. This show is just so. I tell you, even the prisoners are going back to the.
Well, I'll explain
their
what's
cell.
going. Take a break.
But this
and-
guy is doing a talk show for 22 people. He should have his own show on a network. And if anybody is listening, put him on a network.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, that was really nice.
Because what about Adam Egan?
Yes, I like him.
Oh shit.
I swear to God, I think after the show, a bus is going to come and take Adam with a lot of dangerous people back to the home. And he's going to be sedated, and they're going to take his balls off.
This is the section where we do jokes. Do you want to read one? Just read it into that camera for the folks. Well, don't
No,
read it
out loud.
You have to
yeah.
read it out
No, he
loud.
didn't. No, he didn't.
Oh, here, you read one.
Oh, all right. No.
You don't like that
No,
one?
I mean,
either?
I like it. I just.
Do you understand that we're on the air?
Yeah.
Oh, right. We all know that the Swiss are officially neutral.
Who wrote this?
Unofficial.
Who wrote this? Who wrote this?
Well, that screwed up my time.
Who wrote this?
We don't have a name
wrote it?
on
Do you have writers?
It's anonymous.
Well,
It's
I
like
think-
I didn't
I don't
write
wanna
it.
say.
I didn't write that one.
This one says, remember the old days when tweeting meant stabbing a hooker?
Bob liked that one.
Super Dave, why is there an app for everything except how to rape a baby?
Jesus.
Some gold-plated chains would make a nice retirement gift for a very, very good slave. Well, this
Are
was
you serious?
this was written.
Are you serious?
This was written years
Did
ago.
you just write that?
I didn't write
Did
it.
you just say that?
No, I read it. Yes,
You read that?
it was an old. It was written
Oh
obviously.
my God Almighty! I'm not part of this.
No, it was written
No, I'm
before.
not part of this. No, you can't read that.
Well,
We could nip March Madness in the bud if we watch for the warning signs of brooding antisocial February fever.
Who is writing this? You're doing this. This is your life. You're putting your life on it. You dress like horseshit tonight.
No, that was Adam
I
Egan's
don't
my
care.
fault.
That
You
was
should
Adam
have
Egan's
worn
fault.
I told you to bring a
some
wardrobe.
kind of a hose coat.
But that was
you
Adam
got
Egan's
a
fault.
thing with a hood.
But that was Adam Egan's
But then
fault.
you're reading these.
I
This is
responsibility.
you.
That was-
Can you find out what the quickest way is to the Santa Monica Freeway, please? And don't call me again.
Super Dave.
I don't care about anything. You don't call me again. There's no last minute fill in. There's nothing. Okay? Thank God we're only reaching 50 people.
Wait,
That's
Super
all
Dave.
I can tell you.
Sure, junkyard dogs are mean, but the meanest dogs are generally found guarding concentration camps. And it says here, there's a note. Early versions of the Jim Croce's 1973 smash hit Big Bad Leroy Brown. Do you remember that song?
tell the people that.
No, do you know what you just said?
It
Do you have
included.
any idea what you just
This
read?
says it
No,
inclu-
did you have any idea what you just read?
That
It was an
junkyard dogs.
anti-Semitic joke about the concentration camps.
No.
Oh,
Not
what do you mean?
anti-Semitic
no,
at
no,
all.
No, it's Semitic?
No.
Well, you know, I know what the problem
They
is,
use
'cause
Did
you
you write it?
I didn't write that.
Who wrote it?
They
Are you-
use the meanest
wrote it?
dogs.
I don't know who wrote it, but I think the problem is that some people, might
people-
not know what the concentration camps are. So you might need to-
concentration camps were found in Poland.
Oh my God,
And
oh
what-
fucking
what?
almighty. Oh my Christ
Concentration
almighty.
camps
Please
were-
get my nurse. I swear to God, get her in here right now and
I'm
reel
trying
me
to
away.
explain to the
Did you
folks
tell
who
them-
You
know.
are
Did you have too
fu-
much
You
salt?
know what? This is your first show, and these are the.
Well, I don't want to bring up the systemic, extermination attempt against
No,
the
no,
Jewry of Europe, but this says on this piece of paper that Bad Leroy Brown initially included the line "meaner than a concentration camp dog," but Croce decided it was unpleasant to the ear. And it was also offensive to Jews, gypsies, and homosexuals. Little did it matter, Croce would be dead within
You know
the
what
year.
I'm going to do tomorrow? I'm going to watch the fucking View.
The View.
That's what I'm going to
Dare
do.
you? How
That's
dare you?
where I'm going to get my humor from.
You told me you didn't like The
Okay.
View.
But I'm watching it tomorrow.
You told me you didn't like it.
I never told you that.
Oh, you
I
like it?
told you they're my favorite of all time. And Barbara Walters is never leaving. She's 83 and she had chicken pox. Can you believe that?
Yeah.
Wouldn't you love to see her chicken pox?
No.
No? At 83 at night in the negligee coming out of the bathroom?
Wouldn't you get shingles then?
No. If you get chicken pox, you can get shingles.
Yeah.
But she hasn't gotten them yet.
Yeah.
What a group that is.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. I heard she got cut.
It's just too hard to move when you're standing right there. It's just too hard to walk away and leave it like that. Can we give it one more night, just one more night? And in
Hello?
Sounds like he's dying.
Hello?
Hello?
Super Dave. Can you hear us, Super Dave?
Hello? Is this Norm?
Yeah.
What a up connection.
Are you on a cell phone?
What difference does it make what I'm on?
Turn off your radio.
Podcast. I might as well be on a can with a string.
Super Dave,
So amateurish.
Super Dave, during the commercial, Kevin and I were recalling the first time you ever met.
Don't recall anything. This is
What?
so out of line.
Did I recall something?
Listen to me carefully. First of all, I'm talking on an echo.
Get out of the cave.
I'm saying something and then I hear my voice. It's like I'm a fucking chip at the zoo.
Are you in the desert?
No, I'm not in Palm Springs. I'm out. Doesn't matter where I am.
Sounds like he needs help, wherever he is.
Well, Kevin Nealon is with us.
I love him. Do you know something? That the two of you are my favorite all-time Canadian comedians.
Do you know that I introduced you and Kevin Nealon to each other?
Yeah, I do. I know that. I knew a lot of things before you started doing this stupid podcast.
Do you know that I introduced you on...
Listen to me now. I have a question to ask you.
Oh, okay, a question.
Okay.
Excellent.
Okay, listen to me carefully. It has been documented that twins, when one twin gets a mosquito bite, the other itches. If a twin has an allergy, the other sneezes. Why didn't Jared Collins?
Fortunately, we can all finish the joke. Phone is ringing. Soon Super Dave should be answering from the desert. Phone ringing right now.
Hello?
Bob. Super Dave.
No.
Where did you go? What are you in a grocery
Stupid
store?
show cut me off. You broke away in the middle of a great joke.
No, it got disconnected.
No, they said you hung up.
No, I didn't hang up.
Go ahead and finish
You
your joke.
disconnected me.
Just finish the joke.
I was right in the middle of the twin setup, and then I was going to say, if twins know everything, how come Jared Collins didn't question that his ass hurt for 22 years?
We got a good connection now.
What a bunch of what?
Daniel Kellison just wrote me on the monitor here, and it says, "Bad news, Super. We have to end the show."
How does he know? How does he know when it ends?
Well,
Who
I don't
knows
know.
when it begins or ends? You know what? A car just passed and I waved, which means I reached more people than you two did.
Thanks so much for calling in, Super Dave. Please come
I
back.
didn't call in, asshole. I didn't call in. You called me. I'm not calling into this. Let me explain something. If I'm
Funniest man
homeless,
alive.
I'm not calling in.
Duly noted, Super Dave.
You understand? You understand?
Yes.
Jesus Christ, thanks for calling in.
Sorry, Super Dave.
Oh, yeah, he's a
Okay, do
duly
me a
noted.
favor.
We're closing up the studio. We're turning the lights out. You keep talking, though.
You care? You think I care about that? You think when you turn the lights out, it's going to be a big difference? I can talk all night and we'll still be reaching the same people. Hey, let me tell you something. Why don't you get something that is semi-professional? You're a bunch of asswipes. Right now I'm getting on a bus and I'm going to scream out the window and I'll reach 20 more people than you did tonight. I'm telling you, don't ever call me again. Don't ever try to get a hold of me. I will never do this show again as long as I live.